Welcome, dear friend. It is a quiet time now, a time for settling in, a time for peace. Feel the soft cushions beneath you, perhaps a gentle blanket draped just so. Allow your body to begin its journey into stillness. There is nothing for you to do right now except to simply be. Just allow yourself to soften, to ease, to release. Let us begin with your feet. Notice them without judgment, just a gentle awareness. Feel the very tips of your toes. Can you sense a subtle warmth beginning to gather there? A gentle energy, like sunlight on warm sand. It is a feeling of softness, of relaxation, as if each tiny bone, each intricate muscle, each delicate ligament in your toes is now beginning to unwind. They are letting go. They are becoming lighter. Imagine this sensation, this wonderful warmth, moving slowly, deliberately, into the balls of your feet. It spreads across the soles, a wide, comforting wave of ease. Feel it ripple through your arches, softening every curve. It reaches your heels, cradling them in comfort. Your feet are becoming wonderfully relaxed, wonderfully at peace. They feel heavy and yet light, grounded and yet free. They are resting completely, just resting. Now, allow this soothing warmth to begin its gentle ascent. It moves into your ankles, releasing any stiffness, any lingering tension. Feel the joints becoming fluid, pliable, completely at ease. Up it goes, into your calves, those strong muscles that carry you through your day. Imagine them melting, softening, as if they are sinking into the most yielding surface you can imagine. Release any grip, any tightness. Just let them soften. The warmth continues its slow, unhurried journey, flowing into your knees. Allow them to become soft, unburdened. The backs of your knees, the fronts of your knees, all the delicate structures within are simply relaxing, releasing. And now the warmth expands, moving into your thighs. These powerful muscles are now invited to rest deeply. Feel them releasing, softening, growing heavier with each passing moment of peace. Your legs, from your toes all the way up to your hips, are now deeply, profoundly relaxed. They are still. They are quiet. They are at peace. Bring your gentle awareness now to your hips. This area often holds so much. Allow the soothing warmth to gather here, releasing any tension in your lower back, your glutes, your hip joints. Imagine them gently widening, softening, letting go of any burdens they may be carrying. They are resting, completely supported. Feel the comfort of this stillness. Now, let us turn our attention to your torso. Feel your abdominal area, the soft expanse of your belly. Allow it to relax, to soften, to be completely at ease. There is no need for holding, no need for tension here. Just a gentle release. Notice the natural, easy rhythm of your breathing, so subtle, so calm. A quiet rise, a quiet fall. Effortless, peaceful. Allow your awareness to drift up your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Imagine each one releasing, gently lengthening, finding its own perfect alignment of comfort. Feel the muscles along your spine softening, unwinding, letting go. Up through your middle back, into your upper back, across your shoulder blades. All the places where we often hold the weight of our day are now invited to release. Let your shoulders drop. Feel them softening, easing away from your ears. Imagine any tension, any stress, simply melting away from your shoulders, flowing down, away, out of your body, leaving behind only peace. Your shoulders are becoming wonderfully relaxed, wonderfully light. Now, let this calming sensation flow down your arms, into your upper arms, releasing the biceps, the triceps, into your elbows, allowing them to become soft and pliable, down into your forearms, letting go of any tightness, and then into your hands. Feel your palms softening, your fingers uncurling, releasing any grip. Even the very tips of your fingers are now relaxing, becoming wonderfully peaceful. Your arms and hands are completely at rest, heavy and yet light, just resting. Bring your awareness now to your neck, this delicate area. Allow the muscles of your neck to soften, to lengthen, to release any tension they may be holding. Feel your head gently balanced, completely supported. Let your throat be soft, open, at ease. And now, to your face. Gently relax your jaw. Let your teeth part just a little. Allow your tongue to rest softly in your mouth. Release any tension around your lips. Feel your cheeks softening. Relax the muscles around your eyes, allowing your eyelids to feel wonderfully heavy, wonderfully soft. Your forehead smooths, releasing any trace of worry or thought. Even the muscles around your temples and the very top of your head are now relaxing, releasing. Your entire body, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, is now wonderfully, completely, deeply relaxed. You are resting. You are at peace. You are safe. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, no effort required. Just this quiet, soothing stillness. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each easy, natural breath. So calm, so soft. As you rest in this profound stillness, imagine a soft, warm light beginning to glow around you. It is a comforting light, a gentle light, like the first blush of dawn on a peaceful morning. This light surrounds you, cradles you, holds you in its soft embrace. It is a light of peace, of safety, of deep tranquility. Feel yourself drifting, softly, gently. The boundaries of your physical self begin to blur, to soften. You are becoming lighter, more ethereal. Like a whisper of a cloud, you are floating, moving with a subtle, unseen current. There's no effort in this movement, only a deep sense of ease and surrender. Allow your mind to drift as well, like a feather on a gentle breeze. You are moving towards a landscape of pure imagination, a place where your thoughts and feelings paint the very world around you. This is a space of boundless potential, where every detail, every color, every gentle sound is waiting to be shaped by your softest intention. You are moving towards a place of deep calm and whimsical beauty. It is a place of soft sands and gentle waters, a place where the sky itself seems to hold secrets. There is a sense of delightful anticipation, a quiet readiness to explore, to discover. You are perfectly safe here, perfectly at peace, perfectly free. Imagine now, with your gentle thought, the arrival of a beautiful, tranquil scene. You find yourself standing, or perhaps softly floating, on a vast, tranquil beach of impossibly soft, pale sand. The sand itself feels like finely milled silk beneath your bare feet, cool and yielding, yet somehow supportive. It sparkles with a gentle inner luminescence, as if each grain holds a tiny, sleeping star. very light of this beach seems to breathe, colors deepening or softening with your focus. As you softly turn your attention, the horizon might shift from a pale lavender to a soft peach, then to a breathtaking, luminous gold. Details unseen just moments before begin to emerge. Perhaps a cluster of shimmering shells, half buried in the sand, now catches your eye. Each one is a tiny, iridescent masterpiece, whispering tales of the quiet ocean. The air here is sweet and clean, carrying the faintest scent of salt and something wonderfully unidentifiable, like distant blossoms carried on a warm breeze. The sound of the ocean is a continuous, gentle murmur, a soft, rhythmic lullaby that rises and falls with your own peaceful, natural breathing. It is not a crashing roar, but a delicate lapping, a soothing whisper against the shore. Ahead of you, the vast, impossibly vibrant sky stretches without end. Its colors are beyond description, a kaleidoscope of soft pastels bleeding into deeper, more profound hues. Azure melts into teal, then into an amethyst purple, all touched with streaks of rose and spun gold. It is a living canvas, constantly shifting, always beautiful. As you step closer to the water's edge, you notice the tide pools. These are not ordinary pools. They reflect this impossibly vibrant sky with astonishing clarity, each one a perfectly framed portrait of the heavens. But as you gaze into their still surfaces, you sometimes catch a brief glimpse of another scene entirely. Perhaps a swirling nebula of stardust, or a field of luminous, unknown flowers from a faraway land. These images flash for a moment, then melt back into the sky's reflection. And then, sometimes, the tide pools show you your own face. But it is not quite as you know it. There are subtle, dreamlike distortions. Perhaps your eyes seem to hold an ancient wisdom, or your smile hints at a playful secret. The lines of your face might shimmer, or your hair might be spun from moonlight for a fleeting instant. It is your face, yet transformed, reflecting the boundless potential within you. These distortions are not alarming, but rather intriguing, a gentle invitation to explore the fluid nature of this dream landscape. As you pause by one of these shimmering pools, letting your gaze soften and expand, something catches your attention. Drifting on a tiny, unseen current just above the surface of the water is a delicate seagull feather. It appears to be made of pure light, shimmering with all the colors of the impossibly vibrant sky reflected in the tide pool. It is weightless, translucent, and seems to pulse with a soft, inner glow. You reach out a gentle hand, not quite touching it, but letting your conscious thought, your softest intention, brush against it. And with that gentle thought, the feather drifts. It spins slowly once, then twice, in a perfect, graceful circle. It is as if the feather recognizes your presence, acknowledging your quiet awareness. There is no effort, no struggle, just a seamless connection between your thought and its movement. A quiet sense of wonder fills this moment. This feather, so ethereal, so responsive, is truly a part of this thought-responsive landscape. You observe it, the way it catches the breathing light of the beach, refracting it into 1,000 tiny rainbows. You can almost feel the gentle hum of its lightness, a silent symphony of pure potential. You think, very gently, for the feather to rise. And it does. Slowly, gracefully, it ascends into the air, higher and higher, then pauses, suspended as if on an invisible thread. It hangs there, a luminous beacon, a testament to the quiet power of your thought. A whisper of uncertainty might cross your mind, a fleeting thought of, is this real? Or can I truly do this? This is a soft, natural hesitation, a momentary pause before the boundless potential of dream control. But it is quickly, gently, transformed into an adventurous spirit of exploration. This feeling is not a barrier, but an invitation, a soft question that opens up even more possibilities. It is merely a moment, and then a quiet curiosity takes its place, a desire to simply see what else is possible. With a renewed sense of playful curiosity, you gently guide the feather. You think of it performing a delicate, weaving dance, and it responds immediately, tracing intricate patterns in the air, like an unseen artist painting with light. It loops and swirls, creating luminous trails that linger for a moment, then softly fade, leaving only the memory of their beauty. The soft sand beneath your feet seems to hum with this gentle activity. You notice that as you focus on the feather, the grains of sand nearest you seem to ripple, almost imperceptibly, as if responding to the subtle vibrations of your intention. A tiny cluster of shells nearby might shift, just a fraction of an inch, revealing an even more beautiful mother of pearl gleam beneath. The world around you is listening softly to your every gentle thought. You decide to explore the tide pools again, the feather now gently hovering beside you like a luminous companion. As you approach a particularly large pool, its surface perfectly still, you notice the reflection. The sky above is a glorious tapestry of deep indigos and soft mauves, but within the reflection, for a brief instant, you see a quiet, ancient forest, its trees shimmering with dew. Then it melts away, revealing your own face. This time, your eyes seem to hold tiny, sparkling galaxies, and your smile is wide and serene, a picture of tranquil joy. The light around your reflection seems to glow even more brightly, deepening the colors in the pool. You extend your hand towards the reflection, and as your fingers come close to the surface, the image ripples, not from your touch, but from your intention. The distortions on your face become even more whimsical. Perhaps a tiny, luminescent butterfly briefly rests on your reflected cheek, or your hair seems to flow like a gentle, sparkling waterfall. It is a delightful game, a silent conversation with your dreaming self. You gently guide the feather to drift just above the surface of the tide pool. Its light, reflecting in the water, creates a perfect circle of pure radiance. You imagine the feather dipping just the slightest bit into the water, and it does, barely breaking the surface tension. As it touches the water, tiny, luminous ripples spread outwards, like silent chimes. The water itself seems to respond, becoming even clearer, even more reflective, revealing the impossible depths of the sky above with even greater vibrancy. A gentle breeze, almost imperceptible, carries the scent of something subtly sweet, like jasmine, mingled with the clean ocean air. You look towards the distant horizon, where the soft curve of the earth meets the endless, breathing sky. In the far distance, a bank of clouds, previously a soft white, begins to take on the most delicate shades of rose and gold, almost as if your quiet contemplation of beauty is painting the sky. You decide to let the feather lead the way. You simply hold the thought of curiosity and exploration in your mind, and the feather begins to drift gently along the water's edge, staying close to the sand, inviting you to follow. Its soft glow creates a subtle pathway, illuminating the tiny, intricate patterns left by the receding tide. You notice how the water has carved miniature rivers and islands into the sand, each one a work of art, each one a momentary sculpture. As you follow the feather, you notice a patch of wildflowers growing right at the edge of the soft sand, where it meets a low, gentle dune. These are unlike any flowers you have ever seen. Their petals are translucent, like stained glass, and they seem to hold a soft, internal light. They are in various stages of bloom, some still tightly furled, others just beginning to open. You pause beside a particular flower, its petals still tightly closed, a delicate bud of deep sapphire blue. You gently focus your attention, a soft, warm intention, on this bud. Imagine it unfolding slowly, exquisitely. And as your thought settles, the very light of the beach seems to gather around the bud, intensifying its color. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, a single petal begins to unfurl, revealing the delicate, intricate spiral within. Then another and another. The sapphire blue deepens, then begins to shift subtly to an emerald green at its edges, then to a soft, sunny yellow at its heart. It blooms with an unhurried grace, each petal revealing a new shade, a new texture, until it stands fully open, a marvel of shifting light and color. Inside its radiant center, a tiny, glowing dewdrop shimmers, reflecting the impossibly vibrant sky. You have gently coaxed it into being, a silent testament to the responsiveness of this beautiful world. The feather, which had been patiently waiting, now performs a graceful loop around the newly bloomed flower, as if in celebration. Its light seems to merge with the flower's glow for a moment, creating a brief, harmonious pulse of pure light. The air around you feels even more serene, more alive with possibility. You continue along the water's edge, the feather now dancing a little more playfully ahead of you. It spins in tight circles, then shoots off in a gentle arc, inviting you deeper into the dream. The sand continues to whisper beneath your feet, each grain feeling wonderfully alive. You notice the way the light filters through the distant clouds, creating long, shimmering pathways across the water, pathways that seem to stretch towards infinity. Ahead, the beach curves gently, revealing a small cluster of smooth, rounded stones, unlike the soft sand. Each stone is polished by the gentle lapping of the tide, gleaming with a subtle inner radiance. You approach them, and the feather hovers over a particularly smooth, perfectly spherical crystal, about the size of your palm. It is a clear, translucent crystal, catching and refracting the breathing light of the beach. You pick it up. It feels cool and smooth in your hand, wonderfully tactile. You close your fingers gently around it, and with a soft, warm thought, you imagine the crystal absorbing the warmth of your touch, growing warmer and warmer. You do not force it, you simply allow it. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, a gentle warmth begins to emanate from the crystal. It is not hot, but wonderfully comforting, a soothing warmth that spreads through your palm, up your arm, and into your very core. The crystal now glows with a faint, internal golden light, pulsating softly in rhythm with your calm, natural breathing. It feels connected to you, a tangible extension of your peaceful intention. The feather gently descends, resting on the crystal for a moment, its pure light merging with the golden glow, creating an even more harmonious, vibrant light. You notice that as the crystal glows, the surrounding stones also seem to brighten, their subtle colors intensifying, as if sharing in its radiant energy. The tide pools nearby reflect this newfound warmth, their surfaces shimmering with even more intricate patterns of light and shadow. In one pool, instead of your face or another scene, you see a fleeting image of the crystal itself, glowing brightly, surrounded by a chorus of tiny, silent bells. You place the warm crystal back among its companions, still radiating its gentle heat. As it settles, you notice that the sand around these stones seems to have changed subtly. It is now patterned with incredibly intricate, fleeting designs, like mandalas drawn in luminous dust, each one unique, each one dissolving and reforming with the softest shift of your gaze. The feather now takes flight again, ascending gently. It seems to be inviting you towards a gentle rise in the landscape, a low, rounded dune covered in soft, shimmering grasses that whisper in the almost still air. The light here is particularly enchanting, casting long, soft shadows that stretch and sway like silent dancers. As you reach the top of the dune, a panoramic vista unfolds before you. The impossibly vibrant sky stretches endlessly, painted with brushstrokes of every imaginable hue. Below, the tranquil beach curves out of sight, an infinite expanse of soft, welcoming sand. And then you notice something truly remarkable. From the sky, delicate streams of light begin to drift downwards, like slow-motion rain made of pure radiance. They are not falling, but flowing, meandering gracefully. Some are a soft, pearlescent white, others a gentle gold, still others a deep, soothing sapphire. They move with an almost conscious grace, responding to the subtle currents of the air. You realize, with a soft sense of understanding, that you can guide these streams of light. With a gentle, focused thought, you intend for a particularly luminous golden stream to weave its way towards you. And it does. Slowly, beautifully, it alters its course, drawing closer, closer, until it floats just before you, shimmering gently. You guide another, a stream of sapphire blue, to intertwine with the golden one. They spiral around each other, a silent ballet of light, their colors blending and separating in a mesmerizing dance. You find yourself conducting an orchestra of light, each thought a gentle wave of your hand, shaping the very flow of radiance. They create ephemeral patterns in the air, complex and beautiful, then gently dissipate, leaving a lingering luminescence in the air. As you focus on these streams of light, you notice that the lines on your outstretched hand, the soft creases in your palm, seem to shift and deepen, then soften and almost disappear, only to reappear in a subtly different configuration. It is a quiet confirmation of the fluidity of this dream realm, a gentle reminder that everything here is responsive, mutable, wondrous. The feather, observing this quiet display, begins to glow even more brightly, its light merging with the streams you are guiding. It performs a quiet, appreciative spin, then drifts gently towards a small, curious indentation in the sand near your feet. You look down. In the indentation rests a single, perfectly smooth, flat stone. On its surface, a few strange, beautiful symbols are etched. They resemble ancient script, yet they seem to shimmer and subtly rearrange themselves as you gaze upon them. A flowing curve might straighten, a sharp angle might soften, a simple dot might become a tiny, intricate spiral. The meaning is not in specific words, but in the feeling they evoke: peace, wonder, and deep calm. You gently trace one of the shifting symbols with your finger, and as you do, a soft, almost inaudible hum fills the air. It is a resonant, soothing sound, like a choir of gentle breezes. You realize that you can conduct notes in the air. With a gentle focus, you try to draw out a specific, soft note, like the chime of a distant, perfectly tuned bell. And there it is. A single, pure, crystalline note floats into existence, hanging in the air for a moment, then softly fading. You try another, a deeper, more resonant tone, like the quiet murmur of the ocean, and it too manifests, a beautiful, vibrating presence. You are creating a silent symphony, a melody composed of pure thought and gentle intention. The feather above you bobs gently in rhythm, a tiny, luminous conductor. The sky, in response to this harmonious activity, seems to deepen its colors even further. A soft, rosy blush spreads from the horizon, painting the clouds in shades of impossible beauty. The tide pools reflect these new colors, becoming deeper, more profound, their reflections of other scenes even more vivid, more fleeting. One pool shows a vast, quiet library made of crystal, its books filled with shimmering, unreadable light. You notice a small, shimmering crab scuttling quietly near the water's edge. It is translucent, almost invisible against the soft sand, but its movements are graceful and purposeful. Its tiny eyes, like polished beads, seem to meet yours for a fleeting moment, holding a silent, knowing wisdom. Then it disappears back into the shimmering sand, leaving only a faint trail of light. It is a gentle, comforting presence, a silent guardian of this tranquil place. The air remains sweet and fresh, the soft scents of salt and jasmine weaving together. The continuous, gentle murmur of the ocean is a constant companion, a rhythm that guides your journey deeper into this peaceful dream. Every grain of sand, every ripple in the water, every shift in the light is an invitation to simply observe, to simply be. You return your attention to the feather, which has now drifted further along the water's edge. towards a part of the beach that seems to hold a gentle, diffused glow. As you follow, the sand underfoot seems to grow even softer, almost ethereal, like walking on clouds. Each step leaves a shimmering imprint that slowly fades, like a memory. Ahead, the beach opens into a small, sheltered cove, its entrance framed by two towering, smooth cliffs made of a material that shimmers like mother of pearl. Inside the cove, the water is even calmer, almost perfectly still, reflecting the sky as a flawless, inverted mirror. The breathing light of the beach seems to gather here, creating an atmosphere of profound serenity. In the very center of this cove, gently bobbing on the surface of the perfectly still water, is a single, radiant lotus flower. Its petals are made of pure, liquid light, shimmering with all the colors of the impossibly vibrant sky. It is fully open, revealing a heart of pure, pulsing gold. The feather drifts towards it, circling gently, its light adding to the flower's radiance. You approach the lotus, your reflection shimmering beside it in the water. This time, your reflected face is clear and serene, entirely at peace, with a soft, knowing smile. The subtle distortions are gone, replaced by a deep sense of calm. You can almost feel the gentle hum of the lotus's energy, a silent song of tranquility. You decide to gently interact with the lotus. With a soft, focused intention, you imagine its light intensifying, becoming even more radiant. And it responds. The lotus begins to pulse with an inner glow, its petals seeming to breathe, expanding and contracting with a delicate, slow rhythm. Ribbons of light, like silent wishes, begin to unfurl from its center, drifting gracefully upwards, then dissolving into the impossibly vibrant sky. You lift your hand, and with a gentle thought, you invite the feather to rise from the lotus. It ascends gracefully, carrying a tiny, shimmering mote of pure light from the flower's heart. This mote of light, attached to the feather, pulses gently, a miniature sun dancing on a string. You guide the feather and its precious cargo in a slow, serene circle around the cove, illuminating every detail with their combined radiance. The cliffs around the cove, responding to this heightened light, reveal intricate patterns of swirling pearlescent colors, previously hidden in shadow. Tiny, glowing mosses cling to their surfaces, like constellations embedded in stone. The very air within the cove feels richer, sweeter, imbued with a gentle, calming energy. You allow the feather to return to the lotus, gently depositing its mote of light back into the flower's heart. As it does, the lotus seems to sigh, a soft, almost imperceptible exhalation of light and color, deepening its radiance even further. The air in the cove becomes stiller, more profoundly peaceful, as if holding its breath in gentle appreciation. You sit or float softly at the edge of the water, just letting yourself be completely absorbed by this tranquil scene. The rhythmic, gentle lapping of the water against the soft sand of the cove's edge is the only sound, a soothing lullaby. The breathing light of the beach washes over you, deepening and softening, a gentle caress. You become aware of a soft, comforting whisper carried on the almost still air. It is not a voice with words you can easily understand, but a feeling, a message of peace, of deep acceptance, of boundless possibilities. It echoes the quiet understanding you feel within this thought-responsive landscape, where your gentle presence shapes reality. As you gaze into the still waters of the cove, your reflection appears again. This time, the water itself seems to hold a subtle luminescence, enhancing the clarity of your image. Your features are soft, at peace, your eyes holding a deep, quiet wonder. You notice that the background behind your reflection, instead of the sky, is a vast, calm ocean of shimmering stars, stretching into an infinite, silent cosmos. It is a fleeting glimpse, then it gently dissolves, returning to the vibrant sky. The feather, now resting serenely on a nearby flat stone, seems to pulse with a quiet contentment. You sense that it is always there, always ready to respond to your softest intention, your gentle curiosity. It is a guide, a companion, a silent witness to the wonders of this dream realm. You feel a subtle shift in the sand beneath you. It is as if the sand itself is breathing, rising and falling with an immense, gentle rhythm. Tiny, iridescent motes of light begin to drift upwards from the sand, like microscopic fireflies, dancing in the air before slowly dissipating. They carry with them a faint, sweet scent, like freshly fallen rain on warm earth. You reach out a hand, and one of these shimmering motes of light settles gently on your palm. It pulses softly, warmly, then dissolves into a trace of pure light, leaving behind a subtle, comforting warmth on your skin. It is a gentle, fleeting touch, a beautiful connection to the living, breathing essence of this tranquil beach. The impossible colors of the sky begin to deepen, transitioning slowly into the profound hues of twilight. Yet, it is not a fading light, but a deepening of radiance. The indigos become richer, the purples more velvety, the golds more resonant. The tide pools now reflect not just the sky, but seem to hold the faint, shimmering images of distant, silent constellations, each star a tiny, sparkling jewel. You notice a peculiar phenomenon in the sky. Far, far away, a cluster of clouds begins to gather. But these are not ordinary clouds. They are woven from strands of pure light, like spun moonlight and starlight. As you watch, one cloud, larger and more luminous than the others, begins to slowly, gracefully take on the form of a gentle, slumbering creature, perhaps a majestic, winged serpent, or a serene, silent swan, its form fluid, constantly shifting, always beautiful. It is a celestial guardian, a quiet, watchful presence in this dreamscape. The feather, sensing your quiet contemplation, floats upwards and performs a slow, majestic spiral in the air, mirroring the gentle movements of the cloud creature. Its light seems to resonate with the sky, enhancing the depth and richness of the twilight hues. There is a profound sense of peace, a feeling of being completely at home in this extraordinary, beautiful place. You notice that even the smallest details continue to respond to your gentle focus. A tiny ripple in the nearest tide pool might briefly become perfectly smooth, reflecting the cloud creature with even greater clarity. A single grain of sand, catching your eye, might briefly flash with an intense inner fire, then return to its soft, pale glow. The world is a canvas, and your gentle awareness is the softest of brushes. As the sky deepens to a rich, velvety indigo, tiny, shimmering points of light begin to appear, like distant stars. But these are not fixed. They drift slowly, majestically, across the vast expanse, forming transient patterns, constellations that exist for a moment, then dissolve, only to reform anew. You find yourself gazing upwards, completely captivated by this silent, celestial dance. You gently bring your attention back to the feather, which has now settled on a small, perfectly smooth piece of driftwood bleached silver by the sun and sea. The driftwood seems to pulse with a soft, inner light, responding to the feather's presence. You think of the feather rising, and it does, carrying with it a tiny, delicate strand of pure, shimmering silver from the driftwood. This strand gently entwines around the feather, becoming part of its luminous form. You feel a profound sense of quiet joy, a deep, gentle contentment. There is no need for anything else, just this peaceful presence in a world that mirrors your inner calm. The soft sand supports you, the gentle lapping of the ocean soothes you, and the boundless sky invites you to simply be. You gently close your eyes, or perhaps they are already softly closed, and even with your eyes closed, you can still perceive the light of the beach, the impossibly vibrant sky, the luminous feather. It is a perception beyond sight, an inner seeing that is even more vivid, more real. The sounds of the gentle ocean waves become even softer, merging with the peaceful rhythm of your own natural breathing. You feel the presence of the thought-responsive landscape all around you, a gentle, comforting awareness. Every quiet thought, every gentle feeling is held and reflected by this beautiful dream. You are safe, you are peaceful, you are deeply at ease. The hum of the soft sand, the sweet scent of the air, the distant, silent dance of the light clouds, all create a tapestry of profound tranquility. There is no rush, no urgency, only this deep, expansive moment. The feather now seems to rest within your inner vision, a tiny, glowing beacon of pure light, its delicate luminescence, a quiet guide. You can feel its gentle presence, always available, always responsive. As you rest here, completely at peace, you might imagine a very gentle breeze, almost like a sigh, passing over you. It carries with it the faint, sweet scent of some unknown, luminous blossoms that grow in this dream realm. It is a scent of pure tranquility, of profound peace, settling softly around you. The colors of the sky, even with your inner vision, continue their slow, majestic dance. The deep indigos and purples now begin to give way to even deeper, richer tones, like the darkest velvet, yet still infused with an inner glow. The shimmering points of light, the dream stars, become even more numerous, twinkling with a gentle, hypnotic rhythm. You become aware of a subtle shift in the air, a sense of expanding space, an infinite calm. The boundaries of the beach, the sky, the very concept of time begin to dissolve into a boundless sense of peace. You are floating in an ocean of pure potential, cradled by the gentle currents of your own dreaming mind. The feather in your inner vision might gently spin slowly, beautifully, creating a tiny vortex of pure, soft light. This light expands outwards, enveloping you completely, a cocoon of serene radiance. It is a feeling of absolute safety, of profound comfort, of being perfectly held. You might feel the texture of the soft sand beneath you, even softer now, almost like pure stardust, yielding and supportive. The gentle lapping of the ocean waves becomes an even more distant, whispered lullaby, a subtle rhythm that guides you deeper and deeper into this profound state of peace. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just this moment, this breath, this feeling of deep, gentle release. The thought-responsive landscape continues to unfold around you, a silent symphony of beauty, always ready to reflect your deepest peace. The reflections in the tide pools, even when you only imagine them, might now show swirling patterns of cosmic dust or vast, silent oceans beneath other skies. They are fleeting glimpses, invitations to the boundless expanse of your dreaming self, dissolving and reforming with the softest shift of your inner gaze. The delicate seagull feather, appearing to be made of pure light, can be made to drift, spin, or even fly in impossible arcs merely by your conscious thought. It is a gentle reminder of the effortless beauty of this dream, always available, always responsive. You can guide it with the lightest intention, watching it trace patterns of pure light in the endless sky. The very light of the beach continues to breathe, colors deepening or softening with your focus, revealing details unseen just moments before. It is a living light, attuned to your every gentle, peaceful thought, creating a world of luminous beauty around you. As you drift deeper into this tranquil space, you might perceive a faint, musical hum that seems to emanate from the very air itself. It is not a loud sound, but a soft, resonant vibration that settles deep within your being, harmonizing with the quiet rhythm of your natural breathing. This hum is comforting, a gentle assurance that all is well, all is peaceful. You notice, with a subtle shift of your inner perception, that the ground beneath you, the soft sand of the beach, now feels like an infinitely comfortable, undulating surface. It gently cradles you, rising and falling with an immense, unhurried rhythm, as if the entire landscape is breathing in unison with your deep, quiet peace. Each grain of sand seems to sparkle with a faint, internal light, creating a shimmering, living carpet of profound softness. The impossibly vibrant sky overhead, even in this deep, peaceful state, continues its silent, majestic transformation. Now, the colors are so deep, so rich, they seem to hold the quiet secrets of the cosmos. Velvety indigos bleed into twilight purples, all touched with fleeting hints of silver and stardust. It is a sky that invites endless contemplation, a canvas of infinite, serene beauty. The tide pools, reflecting this breathtaking sky, now offer even more profound and fleeting glimpses. One moment, they might show a calm, interstellar sea, its surface dotted with silent, drifting nebulae. The next, a brief, dreamlike distortion of your own face, perhaps with eyes that shimmer like distant galaxies, or a gentle smile that hints at ancient, untold stories. These reflections are not startling, but rather gentle invitations to explore the boundless, fluid nature of this dream realm. You feel the presence of the delicate seagull feather, appearing to be made of pure light, gently drifting nearby in your inner vision. It is a constant, soft beacon, always responsive to your quietest thought. You might imagine it performing a slow, elegant spiral upwards, tracing a column of pure light against the deepening sky, then gently descending to rest softly beside you, its warmth a comforting presence. The very light of the beach seems to breathe, colors deepening or softening with your focus, revealing details unseen just moments before. As your awareness gently expands, you might notice a subtle, internal glow emanating from the smallest shells half buried in the sand, or a faint, shimmering aura around the distant, whispering grasses on the low dunes. Every detail of this world is alive, subtly responding to your peaceful presence. You might sense a gentle, almost imperceptible warmth spreading through your body, a sensation of deep comfort and ease. It is a warmth that emanates from within, radiating outwards, dissolving any remaining traces of tension or unease. You are becoming one with the profound peace of this tranquil beach, this gentle, thought-responsive landscape. The air around you is soft, still, and impossibly sweet, carrying the faintest essence of salt and the mysterious, delicate fragrance of dream blossoms. It is a scent that calms and soothes, inviting you deeper into rest. The distant, gentle murmur of the ocean is now barely a whisper, a soft, continuous lullaby that perfectly harmonizes with your own natural, quiet breathing. You are completely unburdened, completely at peace. The vastness of the sky, the softness of the sand, the shimmering reflections in the tide pools, all invite you to release and surrender. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to strive for. Only this deep, expansive, limitless tranquility. The subtle lucidity cues, like the way the lines on your inner hand might gently shift and soften, or the way the reflections morph with gentle distortions, are simply woven into the fabric of this dream, not as instructions, but as part of its fluid, beautiful nature. They are quiet affirmations of your freedom within this realm. You might feel a subtle sense of buoyancy, a gentle lift, as if you are effortlessly floating just above the soft, breathing sand. This lightness allows you to drift with ease, carried by unseen currents of peace, moving deeper into the serene heart of this dream. The colors of the sky, even in this profound tranquility, continue their slow, exquisite dance. A subtle, emerald green might now appear on the horizon, blending seamlessly with the deep indigos, creating a vista of breathtaking, luminous calm. These colors seem to infuse your very being, painting your inner landscape with peace. The delicate seagull feather, made of pure light, might now be perceived as gently orbiting around you, a silent, luminous guardian. You might imagine it creating a soft, shimmering pathway of light on the breathing sand, inviting you further into the gentle depths of this dream. Each subtle thought you send towards it is met with an effortless, graceful response, a testament to the seamless connection you share with this world. You are in a place of perfect harmony, where your inner peace is reflected in the boundless beauty around you. The soft sand, the gentle ocean, the vibrant sky, and the luminous feather are all expressions of this profound tranquility. You are safe, you are cherished, you are completely at peace. Let yourself simply float, simply be carried deeper and deeper into this peaceful, dream-filled night. The story continues within you, an endless unfolding of serene beauty, guiding you into the deepest, most restorative sleep.